In a cozy little house at the edge of a sun-dappled forest lived a boy named Leo. Leo had a mind like a sky full of clouds, always drifting into daydreams and wonderful what-ifs. He could turn a simple cardboard box into a spaceship and a garden hose into a wriggly sea serpent. His imagination was his favorite playground. One rainy afternoon, Leo found himself with nothing to do. His toys were all neatly put away, his books were all read, and the rain outside pattered a sleepy, monotonous rhythm on the window pane. He sat on the floor, his chin in his hands, and let out a big, empty sigh. His mind, usually buzzing with ideas, felt quiet and still. It was in this quiet, empty moment that something peculiar happened. From a dusty corner of the room, a little shadow seemed to peel itself away from the wall. It swirled and twitched, gathering motes of dust until it formed a small, impish creature with glowing yellow eyes. It was Flicker, a mischief maker drawn to idle minds. An empty space is a perfect place to play, Flicker whispered, his voice like the rustling of dry leaves. He zipped across the room, and with a tiny flick of his shadowy tail, he knocked over a tower of blocks Leo had built that morning. Crash! Leo gasped, "Hey, who are you?" Flicker just giggled, a sound like crackling static. "I'm the fun you're not having." He then zoomed over to Leo's drawing pad and scribbled messy, tangled lines all over a picture of a majestic lion. Leo felt a pang of frustration. This wasn't fun at all. He tried to catch the little imp, but Flicker was too fast, darting here and there, leaving a trail of small messes. He tangled Leo's shoelaces, hit his favorite crayon, and even tried to tie the cat's tail in a knot, though the cat, a grumpy old tabby named Ginger, simply swatted him away with an unimpressed flick of her paw. Leo sat back down, feeling helpless. The more he stared into space, the bolder Flicker became. The imp grew slightly larger, his whispers louder. "Bored, aren't we? Let's make some real trouble." Just then, Leo's grandmother walked in with a tray of cookies and warm milk. She saw the mess and Leo's gloomy face. My, she said, her eyes twinkling. "Looks like you've got a visitor. Remember what I always say, Leo, an empty mind is the devil's home." Leo looked at the troublesome imp, who was now trying to balance a cookie on his pointy head. He finally understood. Flicker wasn't really a devil. He was just emptiness. He was the boredom and the frustration that crept in when Leo's wonderful imagination took a nap. "I know what to do," Leo said with a determined nod. He ignored Flicker and picked up his drawing pad. He turned to a fresh page and began to draw. He didn't just draw a simple house or a tree. He drew a magnificent, sprawling castle with twisting towers and a bridge made of rainbows. He imagined who lived there, a friendly dragon, perhaps, who loved to read stories. As he drew, he described it all out loud. Flicker, who had been about to tip over a vase, paused. He tilted his head, his yellow eyes fixed on the drawing. The castle seemed to glow on the page. Leo then grabbed his cardboard box. "This isn't just a box," he announced to the room. "It's a time machine." He started adding buttons and levers with his crayons, imagining the whirring and beeping sounds it would make. First stop, the age of dinosaurs. Flicker floated closer, his shadowy form seeming less sharp, his whispers fading. He watched, fascinated, as Leo pretended to travel through time, describing the giant ferns and the lumbering brachiosaurus he saw through his imaginary window. Leo then decided to build the tallest tower the world had ever seen, using every pillow, cushion, and blanket he could find. He hummed a busy, happy tune as he worked, his mind filled with blueprints of his magnificent, wobbly fortress. Flicker tried to cause some mischief. He gave a pillow a little poke, but instead of making the tower fall, it just settled more comfortably into place. Leo even used Flicker's antics as part of his game. "Oh, thank you, my wobbly ghost helper," he laughed. Flicker stopped. He wasn't a troublemaker anymore. He was a helper. He watched as Leo's mind filled the room with castles and dinosaurs and epic pillow forts. With every new idea Leo had, Flicker seemed to shrink, his shadowy form becoming fainter and fainter. The yellow glow in his eyes softened. Finally, with the room transformed into a landscape of pure imagination, Leo looked around for Flicker. The imp was now just a tiny, translucent wisp floating near the ceiling. "You're not so scary," Leo said kindly. "You're just a bit lonely." Flicker gave a tiny, soft sigh. It sounded like a gentle breeze. He wasn't a devil or a monster. He was just a bit of nothing that had found a home in a moment of emptiness. As Leo's mind buzzed with plans for his next adventure journey to the bottom of the sea in a submarine made of laundry baskets, Flicker dissolved completely, melting back into the quiet corners of the room, leaving behind only the scent of rain and the happy hum of a mind at play. From that day on, whenever Leo felt a moment of quiet boredom creeping in, he would remember Flicker. He would quickly fill his mind with a new story, a new drawing, or a new game. He learned that his imagination was the most powerful tool he had, a bright light that left no room for mischievous shadows. And he knew, with all his heart, that a mind full of wonder was the happiest home of all.